Hey, good morning. In the previous session, you discussed about the different transformations, aggregate transformation and joiner transformation. Now, you are going to know about the aggregate transformation. What is the aggregate transformation? The aggregate transformation is a active transformation. The active transformation means what is an active transformation? The transformation active means you can change the input and number of records to the table. That means there is a possibility for changing the number of records. That's why aggregate transformation is active transformation. Here, by using this aggregate transformation, you can perform the aggregate operations. What are the aggregate operations here? Sum is a one type of aggregate operation, and then, for example, average, and then minimum salary, maximum, and then count. These are all called as a aggregate function. You will perform the different functions. Here, for example, the main important task in this case, find the maximum and minimum salaries of employee by using aggregate transformation. For this purposes, I am taking the one employee table. Here, the table consists of different fields are there. That means you have to identify the minimum salary and then maximum salary from the employee table. That is our agenda. That means where you are storing here, for storing this aggregate related information, you have a temporary placeholder is there. That means for storing this information, temporary placeholder required to store the record. That means that is called here aggregate cache memory is used in a Informatica. That means what is this aggregate cache memory? It is a temporary memory. Here for storing this temporary data, you have a cache memory is there. That means by practical, I can show the what is a cache memory. That means where you are storing the this particular record. I can show. That means our agenda today here is a find the maximum and minimum salary employee. Here that is our agenda for doing that one. Here you have to know about these are all different steps. First to folder creation. How can you create the folder? By using repository manager, and then click on designer. In the designer you will create the source and target table, and then the aggregate function. Click on aggregate transformation. Here how can you click on aggregate transformation? Go to tool, mapping designer, and then click on transformation, create that one, and then select the aggregate drop down box, and then finally you will do some operations. Here these are all some operations for the this one. Here in this case, you can get the minimum salary as well as the maximum salary. For doing that one, here properties, select the properties, and then from the properties you will select the minimum salary, and then click on expression field near maximum, click the arrow mark, and then take the function maximum function, and then finally the execution of the program. How can you execute? By creating the session and the workflow. By using session workflow, that means workflow window. This is called here. Next we will discuss about this joiner transformation. Okay, leave it. And then come to the practically, you go to the VMware workstation. In the VMware workstation, you will identify the Informatica Power Center, Informatica Power Center client tool. This one. Click on OK. It will ask the some description. Here you will use any description. OK. And then the first important thing here is a click on repository. Click on repository. Click on repository manager. Click on repository manager. It stores the metadata. That means all information. It stores the metadata related information. Click on and then connect to the admin. Username Scott, password Tiger, and then connect. Click on connect. The next important one, you are going to create in the folder. Click on folder create. Give a name program 3. Previously program user program 3, user program 4. Okay. And then folder created successfully. You verify the program whether program 4 existed or not. Yes, it is existed. Click on that one, remove that one, no need this repository. Next, designer. Click on designer. Here in the designer, you will get the source data, and then you will create the target table, as well as you will create the mapping. Click on admin, username Scott, password Tiger, Tiger, and then connect. You connect to the designer, go to the program 4. Already you created the program 4 in the repository manager. Go to program 4, click on program 4. It shows the source analyzer. Here, click on sources. Click on sources and then import data from the Oracle store. That means from the Scott user. The source here is a, I'm selecting the Rama and then username Scott. The owner is a Scott itself, it takes, and then target, mm, that one, and then click on emp, and then click on emp, and then okay. Then it will identify the employee source table created. That means you get the employee source table from the Scott user. Next, target table. You have to create the target table. You have a different ways are there. From the importing, you will create the table, or by using create table, or drag and drop from the source table. Here, drag and drop from the source table. Now I'm going to creating a target table, own target table. Give a name. For example, I'm giving the name, any name you may give, aggregate or target, or target P4. You may give any name for the target table. The target table, that means you, in your own way, you create, you are going to create in the target table. Target, TARGET. That means that is a way you are creating the target table. And then the select database type here is a Oracle. You may select the database type Oracle and then click OK. That means you created the target table. What are the information you require target table? You need to change the name of the target table. And then, yeah, what are the information? Minimum salary and then maximum salary. You have to display the minimum salary from the employee table. You have to display the maximum salary from the employee table. Apply. Okay. Yes, you created the target table. Next, what is the next thing here? Next, you are going to creating the mapping. That means the target table ready. Next, go to tools. Go to tools. Yes, that means you have to add this target table to the Scott user. In this way, you will add the Scott user, generate and execute. Here, selecting the Rama, and then Scott Tiger, username Scott, password Tiger, username Scott, password Tiger, and then connect. Failed that one. Why it is failed? Generate and execute. Scott user, not a database. You may select the Rama table. Yes, that means in this way the Scott user you are selecting. Scott user, username Scott, password Tiger, 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 and then connect. Yes, already existed that one. That means already some file is there. In the file it will store the this table created for process. Verify that one whether table existed or not for the by using SQL plus editor. Click on SQL plus editor and then username Scott, password Tiger, and then select star from target P5, P4. Yes, P4. Yes, no row selected. Already table created, but not having any row. Then go to the mapping. Create a mapping. Create. Click on create. Creating. You are going to create in the mapping name in conventions. You may give a different name. P4 underscore mapping. Let us assume. Okay. Okay. Next thing. Here drag and drop the source and target. Drag and drop the source first. Yes, that means there exists a source qualifier and then drag and drop the target. source qualifier. From the source qualifier, you will pass the data from the source to target. Drag and drop the source qualifier. Yes, yes, created. Next, you are source ready and then target ready. Next, you will go to the transformation. The transformation, create a transformation. Which type of transformation it is? Aggregate transformation. Click on aggregate transformation. Give name to that particular aggregate transformation. Any name, for example, 4 underscore aggregate. Let us assume any name, aggregate, and then create, and then okay, create that one. Click on create, not to taking that one. Okay, click on create, click on create, and then done. Yes, done. That means you created a aggregate transformation. Here passing the all information from the source qualifier to aggregate transformation. Passing all information, source qualifier to select all, passing all information. That means by using pipeline you will pass the data. Here applying the some conditions. Here you will identify the, click on this one, port. That means port here. That means extra port. What is extra port? For store temporary placeholder, temporary memory is there for storing. This is a temporary memory, temporary main memory. Here you may add different fields. Different fields, the fields are minimum salary as well as the maximum salary. First one is a minimum salary, min salary, let us assume, and then max salary, next field. That means you added two fields. This field related information stored in a temporary memory. This is the output one. That's why I am removing the input data. That means input pipeline. That means click on minimum salary, click on minimum salary in the expression. Then it shows that into like this, but you have to select in the functions. Here we have a aggregate functions are there, ports are there, different ports, salary related information. And then here I need to get the minimum salary. Everything existed from this function. Take this only function, min of, go to port, go to port, and then click salary. That means you pass to the expression minimum salary, min of salary expression. Okay, and then next, max salary. Similarly you will apply the max function, remove that max salary, and then go to function aggregate max, 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 where it is max salary, max. Yes, click on max, and then pass the salary port, and then validate, and then okay. That means you get the min salary as well as the maximum salary. This information stored in a temporary placeholder. That means there existed to store the all record related information. Temporary placeholder is there. Click on okay, okay. This method gives a min salary as well as the max salary related information, and then pass the min salary from here to output table, and then max salary from aggregate transformation to output table. Pass this one. Yes, mapping ready, validate mapping, save this mapping. Yes, mapping ready, validate this one, and then save this one. Next, you have to execute this mapping. For executing mapping, go to workflow manager. For executing this, in the workflow manager, you will creating the workflows and session. Here, click on admin, same, connect to the admin, start user. Click on admin, go to program 4, go to program 4, click on program 4. Here you are creating the sessions as well as the workflows. Go to task developer. In the task developer you will create the session. Here go to task, create task. In the task, different task, session is one task, command is one task, email is one task. Here for executing any program you will use session. Here name of the session, for example p4 underscore session, create. That means map this one to map, and then session created. Okay, next, connection. Click on connection, relational. Here you will create in a different object by using connection and relational. New, click on new, and then creating the object. P4 P4A is a one object for the source table. Username Scott, password tiger. Username Scott and then password tiger, and then host is a Oracle. Oracle is a connect string, and then okay, and then another one for the target P4B for the target table, target object, and then username Scott, password tiger. Username Scott, password tiger, and then Oracle is a connect string. Oracle connect string, and then okay. That means two enough. One is for the source table, other one is for the target table. Click on this session. Here go to mapping, and then source, and then target, and then this is a transformation. Click on source. Connect to the source. For example, P4A is an object. I am connecting to the source table P4A. Let us assume where it is P4A, P2, P3, P4A. Yes, you'll connect to P4A. Yes, apply. Okay. Next, target. The target table P4B object. I'm connecting to the P4B object. P4B. And then okay. Not okay here. That means you have to target load type normal. Apply. Okay. Why? Because different conditions applied. That's why target load type is a normal. Next, you have to create the workflow. Go to workflow designer and then create. Here the P4 workflow name convention P4 underscore workflow. Click OK. That means you created the workflow, and then drag and drop session. Drag and drop session from here. That means link the workflow with the session. Here go to task, link task. Link the workflow with the session, and then save, validate this workflow. Yes, it is a valid workflow. Next, save this workflow for executing. Save this one. Yes, you saved that one. Next one, start workflow. You have to start the workflow. Yes, connect to the server. You have to start the server. How can you start the server? Go to start and then click on run services.msc. Here select the Informatica. Select the Informatica and then start Informatica. Start. Click on start Informatica. Yes, so Informatica services started. Informatica services started. Now start window. Yes, it's running and then succeeded. Successfully executed. All this. For example, here the target table consists of the target rows. Here is a 14 rows. The source table consists of 14 rows, and then target table consists of only one rows. The target table source table 14 rows. Target table here. The target table consists of only one rows. It is a successfully executed, no error. You will see that one by using preview. Preview the data by using mapping. From the mapping also you will get the data. Select the data source and then username Scott, password tiger, and then connect. Then you will see the minimum salary 800, maximum salary 5000. In the particular table, minimum salary 800 is there. If you want to see that one by using SQL plus editor, you will see that one. Select star from target P4. Previously no row selected, but now target P4. Yes, you have a two information: minimum salary, max salary 5000, minimum salary 8000. I want to see the employee data. What are the information in the employee data? Before that, set line size 100. I'm setting that one. Why? Because it's beyond the range. Select star from EMP. Yes, yes, you get this one. See this all information. Minimum salary 800. and then the minimum salary here, the max salary 5,000, the max salary in this case 5,000, only max salary. That means in this way you will apply the aggregate transformation. Okay. This is a aggregate related transformation. Yeah. Okay. This is a way in this get the aggregate related transformation. Thank you.